So many people that I talk to want to start a digital product shop on Etsy, but they're super busy and they don't have time to create templates or printables or designs from scratch. They aren't sure what designs are trending or what type of products to even create, and they're not a designer, so they're not confident that their designs will look as good as some of the more established sellers selling on Etsy. If that sounds like you, then this video is for you. I'm going to be walking through how I created my printables and templates with just a little bit of AI in just a few minutes. Hi, I'm Bailey. I'm the owner of Bailey Designed Co., one of the largest digital product shops on Etsy, and I'm here to help you grow and start and build a profitable digital product shop on Etsy. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I wanted to go over is when I was creating Printables Shop, which was a Canva editable template shop and printable shop, I was using, and I still use them now for certain things, but not necessarily the shop, but I used this service called the Secret Weapon, and what it is it's a PLR digital rights company that sells templates that are already created and formatted specifically for Canva that you are allowed to use, edit, and resell. You can actually resell them without editing them, though I highly recommend that you don't, just because there's lots of these types of basic templates already for sale, and you'll definitely want to edit them and add to them or remove from them to make them unique and add a little bit of more creativity on them so that they actually sell well. But the biggest thing about the Secret Weapon that I like is that they actually do trending product research for printables and templates on Etsy already. So it takes out a lot of that guesswork if you're someone that knows you want to create printables and templates, but you don't have the time to do a lot of the market research, and then you don't have the time to create them from scratch. So I'm not going to go over their whole page, but definitely feel free to check them out. I have tried a lot of other PLR template services before, and theirs is by far the best. So I'm already logged into my account, and I'm just going to walk you through step by step how I created them before and how I sold them as well. So I'm in the planner section, which is right here. And they do add to this monthly. There's, I think, over 200 types of printables and templates in there currently. And like I said, they add to it all of the time. And I chose this self-care planner because I thought it would just be fun to create. These are all in Canva, so you'll just open the template and it will take you straight to Canva. And this one I think had about 40 or way more. So about 50 pages worth of template, and this is just amazing that it's already set up for you. You don't have to worry about the content part or the formatting part because it's all done for you. So you can definitely add pages, you can remove pages, but the primary thing you want to do is just personalize this and make it a little bit more not so bland or minimalistic, because when I pulled up the results on Etsy for a self-care planner printable, I saw a lot of the same like minimalist, basic type formatting going on. The ones that stood out to me on this first page was this one, which is super bright. It is a bestseller. They have a ton of reviews store-wide. I'm not sure what it is on this one, but as you can tell, they're taking a really unique perspective on it with the rainbow colors and these cute types of clip art in here. And I don't even think that this is a planner. This is just like checklist and journal, but they have the right idea of making it unique compared to like this one right here or this one right here with the boho, just neutral colors. And I'm not saying that they'll do well, those do well, but you should try to take a aspect or a different turn on it, I guess, just to have a better chance of standing out. So I am going to create some graphics in Midjourney with what I would do with this type of printable, just because I think it kind of goes with the overall theme, and I'm not seeing anything out there that would compare to this idea. So let me hop over to Midjourney. And I'm not going to go through all of this and download all of these individually because it will take a lot of time. So I went ahead and generated about 13 different little graphics that I thought would be cute with a self-care planner. I'm not going to go ahead and read this full prompt, but this is what I put in. And then in the little brackets here, I listed them all out individually. So for example, I did like makeup brushes, flower arrangement copies, macarons, strawberries, bubble bath, things that I thought that would apply to a self-care planner or printable. And then it generated all of these. I upscaled the ones that I wanted to use. Then I saved them to a folder here on Canva. So with the planner open, I'm gonna go ahead and pull in a few of these images just so I can get their color palette so that I can change and edit the colors on this planner to match my set of graphics that I created. So I'm gonna go ahead and click apply. And I know that it left a little bit of the watercolor thing, but that's fine. I like the little effect. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just add a few more just to make sure that I get all of the colors that I want it to pull. That should be enough, and I'm gonna leave it as, I'm not gonna put the makeup brushes there. Maybe I'll have to see where these might apply. What I used to do with mine is just add them as just little clip art images throughout the pages where it made sense. And I'm gonna edit all of this in just a minute just to make sure that it's all correct. But the top, the first thing I'm gonna change is all of my colors. So I'm gonna click this big area here, which will highlight this background color. And I'm gonna go ahead and change it to one of the colors that it brings up in the photos that I have added. So I like this rosy, dusty color, and I can go ahead and click change all so that it changes all of the colors where this applies. So the next one I'm gonna change is this one. So wherever this color is, I want these to be, I'm gonna go just a slightly lighter color than this blush color here. And then I'm gonna click change all. And then the last one to change would be this little circle thing, which most of my icons probably will be. So I'm gonna go ahead and change that to this darker color. And I'm gonna click change all, and that updated all of those. So already right there, I have changed all of the colors where those apply. It looks like it was only the first couple of pages, but that was a fairly easy step. The next thing to do is to change my fonts if you wanted to. So I'm gonna go ahead and move away from this minimalistic type font just because that's what I saw a lot of the other types of planners on Etsy had. So I'm gonna move to probably something not like that. I kind of like that one just because I like the little added swirl. Let's see if there's any other ones that I might want to do. I don't really want to change. This needs to be an Arial type font just because it's all capitalized. So I think I'm going to leave that one. And then where that is, that font, it will change to the tan pearl if I click change all, so then that modified that. The next one to change, I'm going to go ahead and leave these as is. I don't think that that really matters. But the next thing that I would start doing is going through and adding my little graphics, and I did not add them all here just because there were way too many to do right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a few more here just to show you how I would work my way down through the planner, adding my little graphics, and then you can definitely take it a step further and add any additional content if you wanted to as well. I like those. And with about 15 graphics, that's all I would normally add to a planner like this. It's just to add some additional elements and make it just a little bit more appealing or creative than some of the ones out there. You might have to go through, depending on what type of font that you chose, and rearrange a little bit so that you don't have any of this overlap here. But most of it looks like it would be fine. You could also just remove anything if you wanted to make it more creative, is what I would say. More emphasis on the designs in certain areas. You could do that here. I try to usually put them where it wouldn't really affect anything that they're filling out, if that makes sense. So the remainder of this, I would just go through and add all of my little graphics, rearrange them appropriately, and make sure that everything is fitting. And that is basically it. Printables and templates that they had on this site did very well for me when I was running this store. I don't anymore, just because honestly, it's just 100% due to lack of time. So the next thing that you would want to do is just download this. If you are going to sell this as an editable template, which you can do both options, it can be sold as a printable template or as an editable template, or both if you wanted to mark it up slightly higher. You would click on the template link here to save as a template, and then you would copy and paste this and provide this to your customer in your listing when they download it. That way they'll be redirected to the template here and they could do whatever they want. I don't necessarily recommend this type of planner being sold as a template because they usually want to print this out and use it and actually write in it. So this isn't one that really applies to being editable. The other way to save it then would just be download, and then you would want to download this as a PDF print. And then it will give you the option to select however many pages you want, and then you'll just click download. And once that's downloaded, you will want to either add this, most you will need to, with Etsy due to the file constraint size within a listing, you would want to add this to a Google Drive folder, grab the link, and then that is what you provide to your customer within your Etsy listing so that they can access the PDF itself. So other than that is it for how I used to create printables in Canva super fast. Before using AI for the images, I would also use images from sites like Creative Fabrica, which you can still do that option as well. But as you can see, it's a super fast way to not only figure out what types of designs or printables people are actually buying on Etsy without having to do a lot of market research. The image generation is quick with Midjourney because you just have to have a style and an idea of the type that you want to have, and then just have them generate the images all at once. And then you just have to do a little bit of editing on your template and you are good to go. Let me know if you guys have any questions on this, or if you'd like to see more of these types of tutorials, and I will see what I can do. Thanks for watching.